policy is on fire as the federal government has been indicted by its president, Muhammadu Buhari, over the failure to wear nose masks. Nigerians have put the president under fire, saying that he has not led by example. And also, we are looking at the IG of police, which is today the last day that he's going to be in office, who is going to represent him. Nigerians are reacting to this morning. This is Vox Pop on TV. We are on the streets to get the views of Nigerians on this issue. How do you see the actions of the president not leading by example, as said and seen by people? This is Vox Pop on TV. I'm your uncle, Christian Chukwu.
Of course, my comment on that issue is, I'm a father, for instance. If I tell my children don't cross this place to the other side because there is danger there, then I myself am crossing there. What message am I passing to that child? Am I telling him to go there or not? I'm indirectly telling him to go there. Are you getting it? For me to sign in that everybody should be with their face mask, and then I travel without it, that means I don't know how to call that. If I put in a law and I use my hand to break the law.
Are you saying that the federal government, they're not serious about their policies?
As I was telling you the other time, that this whole thing that has to do with coronavirus, there is politics indeed. Politics is inside. That they should remove politics and face the reality. What about every other African countries? They have the vaccine, but Nigeria, the giant of Africa, we could not afford the vaccine. But yet another money has been again in government house, almost 400 and something million.
And
nobody is talking about it. Nobody lay claim. The money has been shipped from government account to another account. Are you getting it? Is that money not enough for them to start buying the vaccine? But they are not taking the life and people property. It's serious. Our lives, we are just taking our responsibility on our own. The government does not help anybody. So that is just it.
Okay. The IG of police is going to retire today. I just want to talk about his performance.
I give him good hand, of course.
The answers.
The man has tried a lot. The police, the answers, of course. The answers, while the youth protested, was increased police salary. So it was all for police, not for any other person. It was all for police. Increased police salary, so that the brutality will stop. They will not be, misbehaving in the public.
It's under his watch. We find that SARS are humiliating people, and the SARS is under the police.
Under the police.
And he's the IG of police.
All right.
So his performance as an IG of police.
Automatically, for now, we've not been seeing SARS on the road anymore. But automatically, he said he was going to introduce twats, which we don't know the outcome for now. But thank God that his tenure is finished, and I wish him well to go and rest. And then the new coming issue, at least assist him and advise him well. That's it.
Sorry, my last question. From which ethnic background do you think should replace him? Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa?
To me, it is by merit. I don't think it has to do with tribe.
I love it.
It's by merit. If I married it, if I'm from Calabar and I married it, if I'm from Igbo, I married it. If I'm from Hausa, Yoruba, and I married it, they should give it to anybody that has the quality of taking police.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you very much.
We have a constitution. We have a constitution. According to our constitution, not just our constitution, universal constitution, because our constitution is borrowed from our colonial master. The constitution says that there's something called rule of law, equality before the law, that the law is supreme to everybody, and that every man, no matter your position, is equal before the law. Presidents of other countries have been doing their best in whatever they are doing to live by example, by showing the world that in spite of their position, that every citizen of the country is equal before the law of the land. Our president, as usual, has exhibited the kind of, by doing so, he has shown the world the kind of leaders we have in this part of the world. He is the one that said, in fact, in some states, they say people will be arrested and then arraigned in court if you don't use face mask. And then some other, maybe, distancing, social distancing. So the president who made the law has flouted that law flagrantly. It is just an indication of the kind of leadership we have in the country. Are we living by example? Leadership is supposed to be leadership through transparent leadership. You are the one making the law and you are the one breaking it. So what are you telling others to do? He wasn't wrong in doing it. He was only unknowingly telling the world the kind of leadership we have in Nigeria.
Irresponsible leaders.
Yes. Irresponsible leadership. So he was unknowingly telling the world that this is the kind of leadership that we have in Nigeria. That we do not practice what we tell others to do. Because a responsible leader should lead by example. That's, as a leader, you don't give orders, you teach. A leader teaches. So if you are telling somebody to do something, what makes you a leader is that you are in front, showing those people who are following. When you don't have a followers or followership without leadership, the idea of followership and leadership is a situation, you see a picture, an image where somebody is in front and people are following. And those people that are following are to look at the person that is in front. That is the real meaning of leadership. You look at the person that is in front. It is what the person that is in front is doing that you are doing. So the leaders of the world, both past and present, have always shown that they are to teach the people who are following them what they want those people to do. But Buhari has exhibited it, that the leadership we have in this part of the world is different from what is obtainable outside. By flattening the others, now they even said people will be arraigned. This was meant to show the seriousness of containing COVID-19 in Nigeria. So by him refusing to wear the face mask that he said those who refuse to wear will be arraigned, he is exhibiting that we are not serious about whatever we are doing. That is just it. Our leadership is very, very irresponsible.
Thank you.
I want to add,
Okay.
There's something I want to add. I want to talk about the change of leadership when we were clamoring for change of service chiefs. Change of service chief.
Even today is IG, today's last day.
Okay.
His last day. He's
Today is
going
his
to
last day.
leave the office today.
That is very good. Security issue is a very great issue. The security of the country is paramount in government. I wouldn't know that man, the CAS that was changed the other time. Is he chief of army staff or chief of air staff?
Army staff.
No, he was chief of air staff. The man that was changed was chief of air staff. CAS, chief of air staff. Is the one that was changed, the Amori, the Yoruba man. So now, what of the chief of army staff? Has it been changed?
The four service chiefs have been changed.
The four service chiefs, all of them have been changed.
Yeah, 4 people.
What of the chief of general staff?
Chief of defense staff, chief of army staff,
Okay. Chief of air staff.
air staff, and there's one other.
All of them have been changed. And we are expecting a change in our security pattern. I want to believe, as a patriotic Nigerian, I want to believe that this thing is not a change of name. And again, that the reason behind it is not the pressure. The reason behind this
of necessity.
Buhari's concession to changing of the chief of staff after so much pressure should not be because of the pressure. Because if it is as a result of the pressure, it is the same thing. What the point I want to make here is that when something is done, the reason why that thing is done should be paramount to that thing being done. What is the reason behind that change? Is it because we are actually concerned? Is actually concerned about the security issue, or is it because of the pressure Because we know how long Nigeria have been clamoring for the change of service chief before this service. What is the reason behind it? Is it because of the pressure, or is it because the president is actually concerned about the change of security situation in the country? Okay. That is my thing.
Thank you very much.
Actually, before that law was signed, I usually go around with my nose mask. But I decided this morning to remove it, to portray the content of my heart, to let the world know that I have decided to do like my father.
That is Father Buhari.
That is the president. He's our father. So our father, we don't know. I've not seen the paper where he signed it. I did not see his signature. But for the fact that my father doesn't go around with nose marks, I see no reason why I should be going around with nose marks. Then, if there is need to be charged to court or to be taken to prison or detention or anything you call it, I think my father first should be detained. My father should be taken to prison. Because if they are actually thinking of me, my welfare, that they don't want me to contact COVID-19 and pass it to others, how about my father? How about the president? One thing I've come to understand in this Nigeria is that laws are being passed to suppress the masses. They don't check the validity. They don't check the implication of the laws they pass. And whenever you see a particular law coming to involve the rich man, they will sweep it under the carpet. That is just the issue. They've seen that.
Like the declaring of assets.
Yes. I don't know. That is exactly. Okay. There are other laws. There is a law covering my health. There is a law that covers me. I can go to health center and get free treatment.
Okay.
But such laws will not bring it into action because it will favor the masses. What they just learned that whenever we want to intimidate the masses, whenever we want them to get scared, let us talk about COVID-19 and they will start shivering. Let us tell them about lockdown and they will start shivering. That is exactly what they have in mind. Not that they want to cope COVID-19 if there is anything called COVID-19 in Nigeria. So I think that is my contribution on that. Then coming to the issue of security, I always say this: Nigeria know what it takes to stop insecurity, but they don't want to do it simply because it will affect some people, some region, or some tribe. We are talking about Fulani herdsmen.
Insecurity.
In fact, from my own local government in Insecurity, even though I am not there, few days ago, a man was traveling from Aba to Alai. They shot that man dead. That man is from Alai. I can't remember the particular village in Alai. They shot him, and when they made away with his daughter that was in the vehicle with him, and they were Fulani herdsmen. Early last year, January last year, I remember vividly, one of the ministers in Abuja, his PA was kidnapped on his way from Uturu to his hometown, between Uturu and Onuako, where the minister is from. I don't want to mention his name. He's a serving minister under Buhari's cabinet. They kidnapped his PA, and it was Fulani herdsmen. The kidnappers told him that this is, in fact, so many things they told him. Why they kept him in the bush. Nigeria kept quiet. I keep asking, even if you don't want to put it in action, why not proscribe those herdsmen? At first, I was reading online this morning. I think I commend one governor from the north. I can't remember the state. One governor from the north who has passed into law death sentence for kidnappers and life jail for rapists. I think I commend him. These are the things we expect Nigeria to do. Then coming to, sometimes when you are talking about herdsmen, people will tell you, they have freedom to live in any place. Of course they do, in as much as they abide by the rules and regulations of that place. You don't come to a place and take a land without negotiating with the indigenes of that place. Government doesn't have right to give a particular tribe a portion of land at the expense of the traditional owners of that land. The traditional owners of the land...
All land belongs to the federal government.
All land belongs to federal government, but we all are federal government. Every property belongs to federal government, but under the control of some indigenous citizens. That is by the way. Secondly, I keep saying it. If you go through the record, you will see that Nigeria is not ranked in the first 20, milk producing companies.
Top countries that
produce milk.
Even that have cows.
Cows. But why not? If you go to Holland, you go to Brazil, go to all those countries that rear cow, do they carry the cows from one place to another? How can, in this modern world, a whole giant of Africa, what will be making news on social media and newspaper every day will be cow, cow, cow. We don't talk about technology again. We don't talk about development. We don't talk about employment. Senate will sit for a whole day. Their discussion will be cow, cattle rearers. No any other form of agriculture is discussed again in the Senate House. Media houses don't talk about other forms of agriculture. It's only cow, cow, cow. How can you be robbing Peter to pay Paul? If these people, if their agenda is business, they will not be moving cow from one place to another, because it's more expensive moving cow from one place to another than building cattle ranch. But their aim is not just business. They have another religious agenda. That is why they insist on moving cow from one place to another. So, the issue of Nigeria is, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I cry. I say, God, which way forward? Which way forward? We found ourselves in the hand of people who don't value human life. Only God will save us.
There's nothing I can say. He's the one that put the rule. He said we should be wearing this one. If he did not wear it, they will allow him to stay. As I'm a Jehovah's Witness, we are following the law of God. He said we should obey the authority. That is the government. Obey government. Whatever they ask us to do, we should do it. Because this is for everybody. And he gave the law and he did not keep it, which is very bad. So we are doing it. That's those who obey the law will do it. Those who do not obey will not do it.
Okay. Is he encouraging Nigerians or discouraging Nigerians to wear nose masks by his actions?
For what he did, it's not encouraging. It's not encouraging Nigerians for what he did. He refused to wear his phone. That means it's not encouraging.
Okay. My last question. Today is the last day of the IG of police. Today is his last day. The IG of police is going to leave office today. I want you to look at his antecedent in office. Has he performed well or has he done well?
We're imperfect. Sometimes we make mistakes. Nobody is perfect.
Under his tenure, we have the NSAS protest. Under his tenure,
I'm not the one to judge. It's only God. Because we are imperfect. He may do well, he may not do well. We are imperfect. Sometimes we make mistakes.
Over 100, just give him over 100.
Pardon?
Over 100. Score him over 100.
Don't score anything.
I was even surprised seeing him that day was announcing to wear nose mask. Since the Koro started, I've never seen him with nose mask. Maybe he's not comfortable with it, I don't know.
And that shouldn't be a reason why you give a law and flout it.
You know, Nigerians now do what I say and not what I do. That is what he's trying to show Nigerians now. If not in the civilized world, whether you are the president or not, you don't bypass law.
Okay, they can go away with it. You can flout the law.
Yes, now in Africa they can go away with it, but in Western world you can't.
It's not encouraging Nigerians to wear nose mask. Because if the president is not wearing his nose mask, Nigerians would not. Even one of our commentators said he's not going to wear nose mask because the president is not wearing.
If he says so, he's putting himself in trouble. Because definitely police will arrest him, but they cannot arrest president.
So what kind of country?
That is the country we are now. We have already started bearing the cross now. So what will we do? Wow. The government officials, even the police, the soldiers, they can go away with anything. Police will tell you that you cannot drive
One way.
One way, but they are the one that beat traffic lights. Even when the soldiers even try at times to obey, but police lie, and they will be the one to arrest if somebody go against the law.
Okay, my last question. Today is the last day of the IG of police. It's his last day in office. How do you look at his performance?
Well, you can't blame him now because one, he cannot single-handedly handle everything. He cannot be on top and be checking those under now. So definitely he has tried his best. We wish him good luck. We enjoy his pension. That's what I see.
Thank you very much, man. Nigerians are of the opinion that the federal government needs to lead by example. They have reacted to this issue this morning, and they are saying that Nigeria is fast becoming a failed state if those in power do not lead by example. You can place your comments on our channel and give your views and comments on this. This is still Voice Pop on Flip TV. I'm still your uncle, Christian Chukwu.